Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Judicial Service. Today we are presenting here another new video, means part 28th of top 1000 MCQ of constitutional law. In this video especially we discuss the union and legislative portion. In previous video we discussed the union in executive portion, but in this time we discuss the chapter 2 legislative portion, and this legislative is extended to article 79 to 122, and same thing in part 6 of the constitution and chapter 3 of the constitution, which are extended in article 168 to 212. In previous videos we discussed the executive portion of these union as well as state. So if anybody is not watched the previous video, all the link of previous videos are available in our description box, and those who need the PDF file of this video series, the PDF file will be uploaded in our Telegram group as well as WhatsApp group. So please join Telegram and WhatsApp group. All the link of Telegram and WhatsApp groups available in our description box. Please go and join these groups. Now before starting this video, I request you please like and subscribe our channel. Let's come to our topic. Question number 474. The term of Lok Sabha is, so the term of Lok Sabha is provided in Article 83 Clause 2. Article 83 Clause 2 dealt with the Lok Sabha shall continue for 5 years from the date of appointment for its first meeting. This is very important, from its first meeting. Now option A here, 5 years unless it dissolve. Option B here, 4 years from the date of its first session. Option C here, 5 years from the date of oath taken by the members. Option D here, it is a permanent body of cyclic filling of MPs. So this is absolutely wrong because it is a council of state, not house of people. This provision made for council of state, so it means Rajya Sabha. So this is absolutely wrong. So in this question, the term of Lok Sabha is, so term of Lok Sabha is 5 years unless it is dissolved, and it shall continue 5 years from the date of appointment for its first meeting. So answer is here option A. Now question number 475. The member of Lok Sabha are elected by the way of, option A, people's representation. Option B, by the state legislature. Option C, nominations. Option D, by electoral college. So clearly answer here option A, people's representation, and it is directly elected by the people, means citizen of India. So answer here option A. Now question here 176. Rajya Sabha has a term of, so option A, 6 years. Option B, it is a permanent body. This statement is absolutely correct, in which 1/3 of the members retire after every second year. And option C here, 5 years from the date of oath taken by the members. Option D here, 10 years. So clearly answer here option B, means Rajya Sabha, means council of state, has a term of, it is a permanent body, and in which 1/3 of members retire after every second year. So this thing is here, and this question is related to clearly Article 83 Clause 1, dealt with the term and duration of the Rajya Sabha, means Rajya Sabha is a permanent body, it never be dissolved, and its member, 1/3 member retired after every 2 years, but each member having the retirement of period after 6 years. In term of the MPs of Lok Sabha is 5 years, but the term of, means duration of office of MP of Rajya Sabha is 6 years. So this thing is there. So answer here option B. Now question number 477. So total strength of council of state consists of, option A, 300 members representing the states and the union territory. Option B, 260 members. Option C, 238 members representing states means 238 members representing states and union territory, and 12 nominated by president, and option D 305 member. So clearly answer here option C, 238 member representing state and union territory and 12 member nominated by the president. So this thing is here, and this question is related to article 80, which deal with the constitution of Rajya Sabha, Council of State. Question number 478. The total strength of Lok Sabha members is option A 542, option B 525 from the state and 20 from union territories, option C here 525 from the states and 20 from union territories and 2 nominated by president from union territories, and option D here 555. So all options are not appropriate, all options are wrong here, because according to article 81, the House of People consisting of maximum strength is here 552 and 530 member from representing from state by direct election and 20 members from union territory by direct election and 2 members nominated by president. This is very important here, president, if not appropriate representation of Anglo-Indian in the parliament, Anglo-Indian especially in Lok Sabha. In that time the president nominated 2 members. So maximum strength of Lok Sabha members is there, how much here, 552, and in present time the strength of Lok Sabha members is 545. So all these options are not correct here, that's why we choose here nothing here. But option B may be correct, because the 525 from state and 20 from the union territory, so it consisting 545. This may be correct at the context of present member, but in maximum means total strength of Lok Sabha, it is 552. So all these options are not correct, so none of the above. Now come to question number 479. The representation of people is based on option A area of the state, option B population, option C community, option D literacy rate. So clearly answer here, representation of House of People is based on population. So option B is correct here. Now question number 480. The member of parliament can claim immunity from both civil as well as criminal cases. Option B here, from civil cases only. Option C, from criminal cases only. Option D, cannot claim immunity either from civil or from criminal cases. So this question is directly related to Article 105 clause 2, and answer is here option A, both from civil as well as criminal cases. Now question number 481. After the house is dissolved, the speaker is option A, removed from the office immediately. Option B, remains as speaker, this is very important, until the first meeting of House of People after the dissolution. Option C, he has to submit his resignation to the President of India within 24 hours. Option D, he can continue as speaker for the period of 30 days only. So answer is here option B, means after the house is dissolved, the speaker is remain as speaker until the first meeting of House of People after the dissolution. Clearly answer here option B. Now question number 482. The Council of Ministers can be suspended during session. Option A, by Prime Minister. Option B, by Speaker of Lok Sabha. Option C, by Chairman of Rajya Sabha, and option D, none of the above. So in this question, the Council of Ministers can be suspended during session by Speaker of Lok Sabha. So answer here option B. Now question number 483. The Council of Ministers are selected by the option A Speaker of Lok Sabha, option B Prime Minister, option C President, option D Vice President. So the Council of Ministers are selected by the Prime Minister. So option B is correct here. Now question number 484. Give correct response to option A. Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. This is very absolutely correct statement. So that the censor of one will become the censor of all. So according to question, give correct response to. So option A is absolutely correct here. So answer here option A. And remaining options, they are individually responsible. So this is wrong here. And it is responsible to the leader of house. This is also wrong. And last one, Prime Minister and Home Minister are only responsible. So this statement is also wrong. So correct statement option A. Now question number 485. The oath of the office is administered to the Council of Ministers by. So oath of office is administered to the Council of Ministers by option A President of India, option B Chief Justice of India, option C Prime Minister of India, option D Speaker of Lok Sabha. So clearly answer here option A President of India. Now question number 486. Give correct response to option A. Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to House of People. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct here. Option B. They are answerable to the President. This is wrong here. They are answerable to the House of People. Option C. They are responsible to the Prime Minister. This statement is also wrong. And they are not responsible to anyone. So clearly answer here option A. Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the House of People, means Lok Sabha. Now question number 487. The Rajya Sabha has 12 nominated members. So these members are nominated by the President. They are nominated by the President from among the person having a special knowledge or practical experience in. So this question is related to Article 80 Clause 3. Article 80 Clause 3. Option A Literature, Science, Art, Social Science. Option B Literature, Science, Art, Law. So this is wrong here. There is no law. Option C Literature, Science, Art, Law. This is wrong. And Social Work. Option D Literature, Science, Art, Philosophy is not there, Law is not there, and Social Work. So this is also not there. So it's not Social Work there. Social Science is there. So clearly answer here option A, means the Rajya Sabha has 12 members nominated by President. The person having a special knowledge and practical experience in literature, science, art, and social science, means in special knowledge of in these 4 fields. So this thing is here. So answer here option A. Now question number 488. The Indian Parliament consists of, very important question, many times this question asked in various exams. Option A Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the President. Option B Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Option C House of People, Council of State, and option D Lok Sabha. So this question is related to Article 79. Article 79 dealt with the Constitution of Parliament. So Parliament consists of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President. So clearly answer here option A. Now we are going to finish this video, and if you like this video, please click on like button, and if you are still not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it. This channel will very helpful for your preparation, and please like and share our videos to your friends and relatives. Thank you for watching Indian Judicial Service.